Hey kids, today I've decided that the problem with Yu-Gi-Oh is that there aren't enough engines, actually. The issue with Yu-Gi-Oh is that there aren't enough engines, so I've decided to add a lot of engines to Labyrinth, because Labyrinth, I can fit the core down to like, what, 10 cards? And so I just added 50 cards for engine, and then that's crazy. How will I ever lose? For our first game, we'll be going up against Trap Tricks, but it doesn't really matter because this is just to show you why there will only be one more game after this, because it's very hard to get replays for this deck. So our opponent's going to start off with Terraforming to grab Trap Trip Garden, then activate Trap Trip Garden to normal summon Mantis, and search a copy of Arachnid Camp, but they'll link off into Sarah, and then Arachnid Camp is going to summon itself, which will trigger the Sarah to set Trapple Nightmare. They did extra normally Dianea to summon back Mantis, and then overlay for Rafflesia and pass. We're going to rip off the top a copy of Tip. We're going to Flashing Fire to pop the Rafflesia, and then banish a couple. Then we're going to Destruction to pop the Garden and banish a couple. Then we'll activate the Spelling to summon, and our opponent will quit out. Now for the only game we were able to play to completion, we're up against Final Countdown. We'll be going first. We're going to go ahead and activate Enchantress to grab Right of Aramesir, and then the Right of Aramesir to summon the Adventurer token and place Faithful Adventure. We'll activate Cursed Eldland and pay 800 to add the Eldritch to hand, and then activate Flashing Fire to special summon Hugin. Hugin's going to discard the Lich, and then we're going to chain block that with Faithful Adventure, adding Draco back, and then we'll search for Radiant Fountain. We'll add Griffin Rider, and then pitch the Draco back, equipping the Draco back, then pitch the Eldland to add Eldritch to hand. That'll mill us a Hawk, and we'll special summon Griffin Rider, activate Fountain, set Hawk, and pass. During the end phase, we'll go ahead and grab Scarlet Sanguine. Our opponent's going to start things off by setting 4 cards. In the end phase, we're going to Smiting Storm for 4, and then go ahead and draw 2. We're going to chain Scarlet Sanguine to thin the deck just a little bit more, and our turn comes back. Again, we're going to use Scarlet Sanguine to set Conk, and then Draco back to bounce this card. Then we'll Destruction to pop this card, and that is Waking the Dragon. Terrifying. We'll draw 1, they will attempt to summon, and we will negate. We're going to then go ahead and normal summon Ariane. Ariana is going to grab us Big Welcome, and then we'll Fateful Adventure to add, and then pitch. Our opponent's going to Grave Diggers to negate, no big deal. We'll set Big Welcome and pass turn. Our opponent's going to normal summon Necroface and activate the effect, and we're going to go ahead and chain Wandering Griffin Rider to summon. Our opponent is going to go to the battle phase and attempt to punch the Adventure token. We'll Big Welcome, but they will Dark Bribe, no big deal. Then we'll Stovey Torby to set Big Welcome. Faithful Adventure protects the token, so it's no big deal. We'll Conk in the end phase to pop the Necroface. We're going to Draco back to bounce the set, and then Big Welcome to bounce our Ariane. Then we'll Fateful Adventure to add and then pitch Enchantress, search Right of Aramesir, pitch it to the Eldritch, and keep it in hand. We'll normal the Ariana, grab Welcome, and pass. Our opponent is going to set 2 and pass turn. We're going to go ahead and Draco back to bounce this card, and then activate Eldritch to send the other one. We'll switch the team to attack and forget we're Runic locked. Our opponent's going to start off with a Lightning Storm. That's going to force out the Griffin Rider regardless of which mode. Then they're going to go ahead and set 1 and pass. After I Big Welcome to bounce this Conk, will draw 1 and trigger the Stovey to summon itself. We're going to set this Welcome, and then in phase, pitch for Welcome again. They'll set Boku, as I said earlier, and pass turn. We'll go to Draco back that. I don't know why they didn't chain it, but I guess they just didn't. They'll Battle Fader, and that ends the turn for the most part. We'll grab Griffin Rider and pitch Dispelling, special the Griffin Rider, and pass. I should have done this in main 1, honestly. Anyway, they're going to Final Countdown. We're going to negate that just in case. And they're going to set and pass. We're going to Big Welcome that in the end phase. And now we are pretty much free to just win the game. We'll Draco back to banish that, search for, and then pitch by grabbing the Griffin Rider. We'll go to combat. They'll Swift Scarecrow, will negate, and this is lethal, so our opponent will concede. Please never make me play this deck again. Oh my god, it was misery. Holy shit, it was awful. I hated it. Alright, see ya.